Hi guys, welcome back to Cheers. Today I have a really exciting review for you. I am going to be reviewing the OLens Jenith Gold 3-Con Blue contact lenses. And you've seen me wearing these before when I opened them for the first time on camera with the black pink makeup look that Chanel and I did. And if you're interested in looking at that, then you can click it in the card over here. If you'd like to hear my thoughts on the product, as well as how you can choose your own circle lens for your purchase, then just keep watching. The Jenith Gold 3-Con Blue that I got, the packaging looks like this. And you can see a sample of the color here as well as one right here. And I chose the blue because obviously I wanted to look like Jenny. And it also comes with a really nifty case like this, where it also has some tweezers for sanitary reasons as well as the solution contacts. And originally when you first open the case, it comes in these like little packets where it shows you all of the little details right here, and then you can see the contact in the bubble casing here. This one is a 2-week lens, which means that after 2 weeks of use, you're supposed to toss it out. I've only used this twice. And I've heard that even after just not using it like a ton of times, you should just toss it after 2 weeks. But I've also heard where if you don't use it that much and you do take good care of it, as in you make sure that the solution is in there, that the contacts don't dry up, and that they're in a sanitary area, then you can use it for a little bit longer than 2 weeks, which is what I'm personally going to do because girls on a budget, and yeah. And for you guys to get a better look of the lens itself, just took it out of its case. It's a 14mm, but as you can see, the end of the color actually does not go to the very tip of the lens. So I believe that the actual like colored amount is 13.2mm. So that's something to keep in mind if you're looking for something to make your iris look bigger. And I'm just gonna pop them in right now. This is what I look like with just one of them in. It doesn't have the biggest difference between, like I thought it was gonna be much more blue when I had bought it, but I appreciate this for like a daily dramatic look if you want to have like a different look to yourself and just kind of up your makeup look. I do think that these look pretty natural. I mean, obviously Asians don't have blue eyes, but it doesn't look scary or like intimidating in any way to me. I do think I would wear these out just for fun. Like, they feel pretty comfortable. If you're not used to wearing circle lenses or contact lenses of any sort, since they are a 2-week lens, they're a little bit thicker. So you can definitely feel that something is in your eye, but it's nothing like where you're constantly like, oh my gosh, this is so irritating. But if you're someone who has a pretty high intolerance to anything in your eye, then I would recommend getting the one a day lenses, because those tend to be thinner and more comfortable to wear. So just another close-up really fast. This is what it looks like when it's straight on. And then when I look to the side, you can kind of see like the edges of the blue come out. So obviously not super natural, but I mean, if I wanted it to be super natural, then I would have gotten brown. This is what I look like with both the lenses in. And to give you guys a little bit of a closer up, there you go. I do think that because these look so different than what my normal eyes look like, I prefer wearing a more intense look with these and kind of go for that like ABG or Asian baby girl look. I did that a few days ago on Instagram, and I actually really dug the look. I'll insert a picture here so you guys can kind of have a reference to what I'm talking about. And if you guys do want me to do a video on that, like how I created that look, then leave a like or a comment. And here are what the contacts look like in natural lighting. On this is that I really do like the color of these lenses. I think that they give like a different vibe to your look rather than just having it with just my natural eye color. It does give kind of like a baddie Insta girl vibe. I do notice though that my left eye, I don't really feel the lens, but I do feel it in my right eye. I've actually purchased OLens in Korea before, and I got like I think it was like the 15-ish millimeter one, so it was quite big. That one was the one that actually makes your eye look bigger. And I'll put like a picture here just to kind of show you the difference of what it could look like. I personally like the colored lenses a little bit more because I do think that they're more fun. But if you're looking for something like an everyday wear or just something to kind of give your natural eyes an extra oomph, then a brown circle lens or a light brown colored lens would be really pretty. And some of you guys might be wondering what's the difference between a circle lens and a colored lens. Well, a colored lens is kind of like what I have in right now, where it doesn't necessarily make my eye appear bigger, whereas a circle lens, it usually has like a dark ring on the outside so that it makes your eyes appear bigger just by making your iris bigger. So it's kind of like creating the anime effect for your eyes. So some things to consider if you do want to purchase a circle lens or colored lenses are obviously the color. There's a huge range of them. I even saw like a pink one, obviously brown, blue, red, green, like there's a huge range of them. So depending on whatever mood you're in for that day or month, year, or whatever, then you can choose your color. I noticed that OLens used a lot of Asian eyes to put the lens on, so you'll see like what it'll look like on a darker iris. Another thing to consider is the diameter size. Like I said earlier, if you're looking to make your eyes appear bigger, then you want to go for a bigger diameter. Usually the average for that is about 14 millimeters, which is what this is, whereas the G dia is 13.2 millimeters for this. So not only do you want to look at how big that whole contact's diameter is, but also the G dia,
which is essentially the colored part of the lens.
You can see the diameter here, right there on the back. Another aspect to consider is the power of the contact lenses. So that would just be like the prescription, and obviously you'll need to consult with your own eye doctor in regards to what dose is best for you. For me personally, I have 20/20, so I just got 0 for my power. Like on OLens, it's shown as D 0.00 here. And the D just stands for diopter, which is another fancy word for power. Another thing to consider is the base curve of your lens, which is the radius of the back of the lens to the part that sits on your eye. And then average is about 8 to 10, whereas mine is an 8.6, and you can see that just right here, 8.6. And another big thing to get along with the OLens is your contact solution. I personally got mine off of Amazon from Renew. It's just this bottle here. It's a 12-ounce bottle, and it provides up to 20 hours of moisture. I personally didn't look too much into which brand to get. I looked mainly for the price since I don't wear contact lenses very often. So I try to go for like a cheaper option. But I do know that I want to purchase more in the future, so I did get like a slightly bigger size than the 3-ounce offerings that they have. And if you're interested in getting this, then I'll put a link to it in the description box below. I know I just spitballed a ton of information at you, so if you guys have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave them in the description box below, as well as if you guys do try out or have tried out some of the colors as well as the circle lenses that I want to try in the description box below, please let me know so I just have a better idea of what I am getting or should not be getting. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and cheers to a good week. Bye guys.